So I still suck at the videos. No surprise there. But I have some time while I'm charging again that I can do a video and I will catch you up. So I told you all about the crazy busy week that I spent with my client and all the stuff we did and pictures and all of that. So I decided to stay an extra night. So we were done on that Saturday and I could have just left and gone home and been done. But I was beat and I didn't want to have to rush and get home and then do stuff I would have had to do stuff at home in order to get in bed and be comfortable, and I was like, screw it, I'm not doing that. So I got the hotel for an extra day and I stayed the night and I slept in like till 8, 9, which compared to the 5:30 I was waking up at is a huge sleep in. And then I just slowly meandered, took a nice long shower in the morning, packed up all my stuff, got breakfast, and then got on the road. I had a few returns that I needed to do in Tucson on the way back home. So I did a return that was in the Benson area, and then I did a couple returns in Tucson, and then I went and charged and walked around the mall that is right here, and then I went home and I did stuff around home, and then the day was over and I went to bed. It was a very relaxed, easy Sunday. Very nice. Monday, I didn't do anything. Yeah, so my dad has a weird work schedule and he has weird days off. So he had some Mondays and Tuesdays off right now. So on Monday, I slept in again, and then I think we spent most of the day watching shows. Yeah, I think we watched Stargate like the whole day. And then spent some time with my family and hung out with them, and we talked and told them all about my week and got caught up on whatever's. And then that was it for Monday, because I didn't do any work. Tuesday, I caught up on all of my emails. I got in touch with a few of my other clients to see what they needed for the rest of the week, and then I did a couple personal errands on Tuesday, but other than that, I don't think I really did anything else. It was another mostly relaxing day. I spent some more time with my dad. I think we watched a couple more episodes of Stargate, which we're starting it from the beginning, because I've seen the Stargate movie multiple times, and I saw it when I was a kid too, but I never did the show. So and he hadn't either, other than the first few episodes, which is shocking because we were both super into shows and movies and stuff. So the fact that he hadn't seen this big huge series that was this sci-fi thing, which is his jam, was amazing. So it's sort of been our thing, because nobody else in the family is interested in watching this old ass 90s show, but I think it's so entertaining, and it's so cheesy, and the graphics on it are sometimes so bad, so bad, but it's not the worst I've ever seen, and it's hilarious, and the acting is, it's good for a TV show in the 90s. So it's kind of nostalgic in a way. We like it. So we watch it whenever we can get a chance, when nobody else wants to watch stuff, because then if anybody else wants to join in, we have to watch something else because nobody else is interested. So that was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, I did a lot of errands for multiple different clients. I worked like 6 in the morning to like 7 or 8 at night. It was a long day. I did a lot of work that day since that was when they wanted me to do stuff. So I was just basically driving around, running around, doing errands, making phone calls, the usual. And then Thursday, I didn't have any plans, so I didn't have any clients who needed me that day, so I got together with my friend Taylor, and sorry, my car sometimes hears my voice and then asks me what I want to do. So I hung out with my friend Taylor, and we spent most of the day together, went around, did a little bit of shopping for stuff that she had to do, and got caught up and talked and chatted. And I really I like going and doing things with my friends, going and doing activities, going and getting a meal and just chatting, having deep philosophical questions, talking about all of the shit going on in our lives, the shit we went through as kids. Like, I love doing all of that. That's great. But I also love the simple stuff. Just going, like, for like an hour, we were just existing in the same space. And we were both quietly doing our own thing. I've been working on a knitting project for a baby blanket because I have this yarn that is only suitable for a baby blanket. And so I've been working on that. And so I did that most of the time while I was talking to her. And she had to do a couple work things in the middle of our hanging out. And so we were just both quietly doing our own thing a lot of the times when we weren't talking. And it's just, I think it's so underrated, just being in the same space but still doing your own thing. I count that as still spending time with your loved one, because it doesn't have to be, oh, we're going and doing this activity, oh, we're going to eat this meal or have this food or buying this or that. It's nice just to be together, whether you're doing the same thing or not. You don't always have to be doing the same thing. Sometimes that's really hard to come by. Just existing in the same space is totally awesome. So I did that with her. And then we went and ran some of her errands, which I don't see a problem with either. Like, when I first moved back here, I was like, hey, when are you available to hang out? And she's like, well, I really only have this day free, but I have to go grocery shopping, and I have to go here, and I have to go there. And I was like, that's fine, I'll go with you, I don't care. I got to hang out with her, we got to talk. It made the shopping super easy and enjoyable for her, and it was enjoyable for me, and we spent time together, and that was nice. So that's my rant about hanging out with people. Is you don't always have to be doing like an activity or spending money. I mean, obviously, if you're running errands, you're probably spending money, but that's not the point. That's not what I'm talking about. You know that. So that was Thursday, and Friday I did more errands. I did more errands, did more projects for clients, and it wasn't a long day like Wednesday was, but I think I worked from like 8:30 to like 2 or 3. It wasn't very long. It's like a half day. But I'm a multitasker, so when I'm driving from place to place, I'm also doing phone calls and emails and getting other shit together, so yeah. And then I was just reading and hanging out the rest of the day. It's very chill. And then Saturday, I had another client project to work on. I do these deposits every couple weeks, and so I usually do them early Saturday mornings, and it takes about 4 hours, but it's only if there's no traffic, and there's never no traffic on Saturdays, so I don't know why I keep saying 4. It usually takes about 5, sometimes 6 hours, depending on if there's issues with the counting and I have to talk to the front desk people, and depending on how many shops I'm going to, because there's 9 shops total, but I don't always have to go to all 9 to pick up. Sometimes I only have to go to 5. I always have to go to 6. Yeah, 6. There's always 6 that I have to go to. The other 3 are on like whenever somebody else didn't do it, I go and I do it. Sometimes the girls that work there just run them to the bank, and then I don't have to drive to that shop. Other times, the manager happened to go into that shop at the end of the week, and so she grabs it. Whatever, not a big deal. And then after that, I went back home, and my stepmom's niece just moved to town for college, and she seems a bit sheltered. She's on the religious side, which nothing wrong with that, but I forget if it's one of her parents is like a pastor or something in the church, and so they're like super involved. And so she's going to this church college, which has certain rules. You have to take like religious classes, the whole 9, in addition to the regular classes. Anyway, so she's living in the dorm on campus, and she has a friend who's going to the same college as her, but that friend is not in the same dorm. So this is her first time being on her own, and she's a little bit sheltered, so she needed a little bit of support. And she has other family around here, but I don't think they would be quite as involved and help her out as much as we're looking out for her. So she's coming, and she's doing laundry, and she's spending time with us, and getting some of that like home style reassurance that you get from parents and siblings. And I hope that we have been a comfort to her. I don't know. Yeah. And her roommates have been these little bitchy girls who are only there to find husbands, which I don't know if they're just saying that to try to sound cool, which sounds ridiculous, but it's totally a thing. But they've been super snotty. So she has a microwave, and they had a mini fridge, and originally I guess the point was to share, but then they put and this is Arizona, it's fucking hot, so I understand wanting cold water, but at the same time, get over your damn self. When there's only a mini fridge between 3 people or 4 people, I can't remember how many she has. I know 2 of them are mean, and then there's her, and I'm not sure if there's another girl who doesn't come around often, or if there's just not another person. But whatever. And Those were really bright lights. And so I'm not sure why they were being rude and petty about it, but they were using her microwave and then keeping extra water bottles and telling her she couldn't have this shelf because their water bottles were there, and she was just trying to put a couple snacks there. So she wanted to take out like 2 of the 4 water bottles that was in there. There's only so much fucking space. You can't necessarily afford to put water in there. Get over it. But whatever. So we have a normal fridge at the house, and then my stepmom Wendy has a mini fridge in her office that we use for like extra storage stuff. And so we were like, well, we should give her the mini fridge, but we really sort of need another fridge. Well, one of my clients happens to be selling an extra fridge, so I was like, hey, how much you selling that fridge for? So we decided we would take her full-sized fridge freezer and then give Zoe, I don't know if I've mentioned her name. Her name is Zoe. And then give Zoe the mini fridge so she doesn't have to share with her shitty roommates. It's been a whole thing. So we just gave it to her a couple days ago, but we started the plan on that Saturday and had a whole discussion about it when she was over doing her laundry and hanging out. And then Sunday, same thing. Just hung out at home with the family, and I almost never work on Sundays. Working on a Sunday is usually a rare thing for me because I like to guarantee myself at least one day off. I also like to take a day during the week off if I can, but if I'm busy, I'm busy. I'm not gonna be upset about getting money from my clients for doing work. That would be silly. But I almost always take Sundays off because if you don't have a chance to relax and rest and recharge at least one day a week, you'll just burn yourself out. And I've lived that life for years, and I was like, no more. Boundaries. So Sunday, yeah, we just hung out. Most of the family hung out together. Zoe was there again. And that was literally the whole week. And I'm just about done charging. So my next video, I will probably talk about this past week. And I will try to do that in the next 2 days so that I don't get 2 weeks behind again. And then I'll only be a couple days behind. My trip is becoming closer and closer, and I have a new project I'm working on. I'm getting ready to start for right when I get back. I'd really like to do the introductions before I leave, but we'll see. Anyway, I don't think I've missed anything. Sorry, this is really shitty lighting, but you know, 'tis what it is. Bye.